Welcome to Home Brewing TV. Today we are at Northern Brewer, Milwaukee, where we'll answer the age-old question, which one's better? The Blichmann's TopTier unit, which we will attach the Tower of Power to, or Northern Brewer's Center of Gravity.
In the other room, we have both units set up, and we will be brewing side-by-side batches of Czech pills. So, stay tuned.
Today, as we said before, we've got the center gravity unit with our sparge tank, our mash tun, and our boil kettle, which we've used in a past video, which we can see and click right there. And then over here, we've got the TopTier unit by Blichmann, and we're going to be same setup, and we're going to be using the Tower of Power. And today, to help us explain what the Tower of Power is going to do for us, is JJ from Northern Brewer.
Hello. So as Paul said, we've got the Tower of Power. It is essentially a control module. So it's going to help me control the temperature on my mash tun and help me get the temperature up that I need for my sparge water. We are actually we already have it set up to go, so we're going to heat up our water right now. And it should click that guy up.
There it goes.
And that's up. Now that since this is referred to as a rinse system, let me turn the flame down just a little bit here. It is a recirculating immersion mash. So what we have to do is we have to open up the valve here. And then this water will just transfer down to the pump. And then we open up this valve, which is going to connect up here to our auto sparge. And then on the side here, we have to put it on silent because it's really noisy when it's on. And you should watch this little bobber here. So this is how we're going to heat up the water. Right where it's coming up through here is a sensor that lets me know what the temperature is. And right now it's about 70 degrees. So we're going to constantly do this until we reach our temperature of 152. And while you're waiting for that, you can have a beer.
Sweet. All right, so let's get this puppy going then, huh?
We ready?
Yeah.
Boom!
The mechanics here too, so when we get up to well, that's shielded cable anyway.
So this is coming up to temperature. That was only what, about 10 minutes or so?
Usually it takes about 10 minutes for it to get to temperature.
That's phenomenal.
It won't take it very long.
And
This guy is like
110.
50 degrees away.
So for speed.
So as soon as we hit our temperature here, it should kick that flame off.
That's the all minutes.
No.
Well, you're at 153. You want
There
Oh,
it
there it goes. Look at that.
There enough. So give it 1 degree.
All right.
And it's still rising though.
Well,
It's still recirculating.
okay. So, awesome.
So what we normally do now is we will turn the pump off, and then we'll close this up. So we know that the temperature inside here is about 152, 153. And then we're going to dough in. All right, so we have 9.5 pounds of German pills and a 1/4 pound of Carahel, which is similar to a crystal meth. We just stir it in, make sure that we have no dough balls in there.
Your mash always seems to it's thicker than any of the mashes we've ever done. Is that
I-
because we're adding way too much water?
I usually do anywhere from 1 1/3 to 1 1/2 quarts of water per pound. So right now, I believe I'm at 1 1/3, so 1.33 quarts per pound. And then what I will do is I'll just slowly open this up, give it a couple minutes. So you can maintain the heat inside there. Make sure the pump is going to be able to recirculate and poop.
You're sort of seeing the clarity of that right there.
Oh yeah.
And this will clear up as
As it's
circulation goes.
recirculating, it's going to put a nice filter right inside there, and it's going to clear it up nicely. It's like to control the flow a little bit.
Oh, cool. And so as you control the flow, you can see the flow rate, that little floaty thing.
Yep.
Oh, that's very cool. All right.
So now what we're going to do, we're about 20 minutes into our mash. I usually turn it on anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes in. This is going to be for our sparge tank up here. It's already been preset to 168 degrees. So all we do is just hit a switch and wait for this thing to turn on.
That's nice. Okay.
The only issue I've ever had with this is controlling the gas flow from here to here because they'll be on at the same time. But right now, that's perfect.
Is it possible
Yeah.
to set up 2 tanks with this system? No.
Yeah, you need a splitter. Like
Okay.
what we have there.
Okay.
So usually opening up the valves full will kind of compensate for
Okay.
the difference.
Just drain your tank dry now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do that.
I think
We're
we're
at
right here.
162 here.
Okay.
Better rip.
Okay, so we're hooking up a pump because
We are going to recirculate.
Recirculating.
To avoid these hot
so
spots.
to avoid the hot spots, yeah, but to also get a nice grain filter bed set up.
gotcha. So this guy is all automated and happy and wonderful.
Yeah.
And doing his pumping thing, and we're about a half hour ahead of time. Over here, we had to hook up the pump because I suppose he had all the hot spots and everything in here. And I guess if you didn't use this, you could use a cooler.
Yeah.
Use the cooler, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You just stick it in there and let it sit for the hour. So we're constantly having to play with the temperature in the bottom and recirculate it, which is not the worst thing in the world. And we're heating up the sparge water, so we're right on schedule. Well, isn't that wonderful? Just look how clear this is.
No filter needed, huh?
It's phenomenal. Technically, you could start that heating up the boil already, right?
Yep.
8 minutes.
Is your sparge water?
Oh shit! I have no idea if the sparge water. No, we need to turn that up. I'm like 1:30.
I need that 160.
168.
Okay. We'll get there quick.
So
Put the lid on it,
this,
yeah.
Put this on the top.
We'll let it. That'll get it up there.
So we had a little bit of a boil over because we had to go rescue the other batch of beer, which surprised me because I never had a boil over on this system, so I blame the 2 producers here. So what we're going to do is kind of show off another product. See if I can control this a little bit more. I like using firm cap. Firm cap is an insoluble polymer. What it will do is that it will control the foaming here. in the boil, and if you add it to your fermenter, just as fermentation starts, it will actually keep you from having blow off. So
Really?
you can kind of keep an eye on the foam there. We're going to start adding our 2 drops per gallon. 2, 3.
Oh, look at that. Just goes away.
And now that the firm cap is in there, you can pretty much walk away from this thing and it won't ever boil over.
What's in firm cap?
You know, I'm not sure. I just know it's a polymer of some sort.
That doesn't do anything to the flavor?
No. And I can't vouch for other guys who have used it, but I've noticed that if you go to bottle and you use firm cap in your batch of beer, it will actually create a tighter sediment bed in the bottle. So when you go to pour your beer, you're pouring most of the beer and very little of the sediment.
Alright, well, while it is clear, I don't know, do you think it's as clear as the other one? Probably pretty close. Wow, it didn't even go poof!
Good. That's a good thing. But now we can get it.
Again with the firm cap.
It's crazy.
This is a merchant work chart. What I like to do is I just rinse it off, mainly to get rid of any dust or extraneous matter that might decide to stick to it.
I can't imagine, JJ, that there'd be any dust on any Wort chiller here.
Well, it was up there for about 4 or 5 days. Whatever was last used, I think was, maybe it was Saturday. And this is how we're going to sanitize this thing. That's it. We leave it in there for 15 minutes. When it comes time, we hook everything up to the sink, turn on the cold water, and in about 20-25 minutes, we'll have this cool down to within pitching temperatures. Oop, that's too much. Starting now. Our timer just went off, which means we can start cooling this guy down. And I don't know if you took a reading before, but this was at about a little over 6.5 gallons. It is just now under 5 gallons after an hour boil. Now we're going to cool it down. We're going to hook up the work chiller to our sink here. Then we turn on the cold water. Goes through here, comes out here.
Eventually.
If you remember in our last video, we talked about the condensation that we were getting dripping down into the boil kettle. We're going to account that to the fact that it was like 12 degrees, and we're just not getting that. This has been going for almost an hour, and no condensation whatsoever. So I don't think the issue we pointed out in the last video has anything to do with anything. So unless you do it in the dead of winter.
I know what the number is.
It's going through there and into here.
Incredible.
I've never seen this before.
How does
Oh,
that
crap. Damn it. Forgot to sanitize that.
work? The same.
You know the cardboard.
I thought this was the sanitizer.
Yeah, this one will be sanitized.
So now, do you like the big guys with the...
Oh yeah. Nice pipe splash shield or splash guard. Especially when you're transferring from a pot with a spigot. Most times we have funnels like this, which is good, But then if you are starting sucking from back here, it's going to come out, hit the back of this, and then splash out. So we actually like using this one with the high splash part, just for that reason alone.
All right, here we go.
Well, here we are at the end of the day, and we've done both brews on the center of gravity and the Blichmann's TopTier system.
With the Tower of Power.
The Tower of Power. And ultimately, I gotta say, I like them both. The Tower of Power for me with the TopTier system was phenomenal with the automation and the ease of use with that. It saved us about 20 minutes in our overall brew day. And the center of gravity for me works like works like a champ. I mean, there's a little bit more work you got to put into it. You got to adjust and watch your temperatures, but you know, based on the price, it's okay with me. I mean, when we get to the end here, I'll put down the list of price for both systems as we used them today, pots and all, so you can see the difference in price. Well, how about you, Mike? What do you think?
I'm very impressed with the Tower of Power and the fact that the temperatures can be controlled and the efficiencies made very exact. Temperatures controlled within a degree, and you just don't have to babysit it like you have to babysit this system here. I love the automation portion of the Tower of Power, so that's my recommendation. If you're flush enough to afford it, that's the way to go.
Mike and I would like to sincerely thank Northern Brewer for accommodating us today. JJ and Rob were fantastic hosts, and please, by all means, visit northernbrewer.com, check their stores out, and keep brewing, my friends. All right, ready? Ready? Ready.
Yes.
Ready. Okay. You are on fire.
I am on fire. And I usually will keep the pump running. You still rolling here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just because I leave doesn't mean the production stops.
Is that the spoon on there? Yeah. Yep. Did we go batch mollies that way one time? No.
I can hold that for a while.
Boiling water.
Beer drinking time. As always, please remember to subscribe, like, share the video with the world, let everybody know that we do these things and that you like them and they should like them too. If you have any questions for us, please put those in the comments below, and keep brewing, my friends.